We personally believe that rap is better than rock, and with back in like 1980, 1990, rock was more popular, but now rap is the more popular genre. Rap is currently the most popular genre out of the two. The top artist on Spotify now is The Weeknd, and Drake is the most popular artist on Apple Music. Plus, a few of the top overall songs of 2021 include Save Your Tears by The Weeknd, Kiss Me More by Doja Cat, Montero by Lil Nas X, and What You Know About Love by Pop Smoke. So basically, the late rapper Pop Smoke was named as the top artist in 2020 with his music that streamed over 191.5 million times this year. And a Billboard 200 topping rapper, Young Boy, Never Broke Again, took the top artist spot after generating the most fan engagement on SoundCloud in 2021, says the company.
Okay, so Logan will restart the timer. Applause for their first opening statements. All right, opening statements from the negative. Go for it.
Although rap might be the dominatrix of the new music industry, 15 of the top 25 best-selling albums of all time are rock albums, and all of the top 25 best-selling albums have sold over 18 million copies each, and the best-selling debut album of all time is a rock album. 50% of people who listen to music in the US listen to rock music in 2018. And another point that I thought was very important to bring up for this was how rock is made versus how rap is made. Writing lyrics, sheet music for guitar, drums, bass, etc., rock music is focused on instruments, whereas rap is lyrically focused. One of the main reasons for this is because you have to work in a band with multiple other people, while a majority of the music being released in recent years is made on a computer by one or two people.
Okay, you have 1 minute to deliberate with your partner about how you guys want to handle the first round of rebuttals. If you feel like you don't need the full minute, you can ring the bell, but we're going to set a timer for 1 minute.
I suppose stop watching there after.
All right. Time's up. We are ready for your first round of rebuttals. Go for it.
Okay.
This is only 1 minute. Okay, it's okay.
Oh, it's only 1 minute.
Yeah, this is only 1 minute for this round. Okay.
Let me list off some top net worths of popular rappers, starting off with Kanye West with a year of $2 billion, and Eminem with 21.3 million.
Great. Make sure you speak up so we can hear you, bud.
Also, Jay-Z with 1.4 billion. Sean Combs with 885 million. Leslie, Dr. Dre with 800 million. Some of the artist albums that got over 1 million sold was Lil Baby, My Turn, Right Away, Soulfly. Bruce World, the legends never die.
Okay, we'll pause there. You'll pick up there when you.
It's okay.
On the next round. You did a great job. That's
Yeah.
good. All right, here we go. From the negative side, first round of rebuttal.
Okay, according to American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, many of the rap lyrics contribute to the suicide, violence, and inappropriate sexual content in lyrics that also influence they contribute to teens taking part in drugs and alcohol in a younger age. Another study from 2005 from the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine found that the top rap songs for teens that year had 77% mentions of drugs and alcohol. Metallica has reached 1.3 billion streams on Spotify in 2021. Also, Polo G had 108 million streams on Spotify in 2021.
Alright, for that round. Okay, we have 1 minute to confer. If anybody in the audience wants to help them out, now I want you to take a second to think about the fact that they brought up the contribution, so you need to answer and think about.
Yeah,
They
that's what we did
listed the net worth, so you might want to look up the net worth of some rock stars just to like counterbalance it. What is their
Yeah,
house
'cause we
versus
looked up the
yours?
net
Because they
worth
have
of
such
some.
a list in New Zealand. Okay. All right, you got 1 minute.
So she said we need to stop these towards him, and then so we'll just say those two things, and then also it's okay, that's fine. So I'm just gonna yeah, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Or did I? No. I didn't say that.
So you just
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Time is up. 1 minute for the second round of rebuttal. Go for it.
Okay. Like we already stated in the beginning, rock was the most popular. It was more popular actually back in the day than rap is even popular. How popular rap is now. And let's start with Robert Plant, an English musician, singer, and songwriter who has a net worth of 200 million. Eddie Vedder is an American rock singer and a musician who has a net worth of 100 million. And Steve Tyler is an American rock musician who has a net worth of 150 million.
How do those compare to what you said about rap stars?
Oh,
Are they all less? Or are they?
No, they're all of them are about the same. Like,
Okay.
so the only one that isn't is Kanye has 2 billion, but he's the only one that has a higher than like 200 million. So,
Got it.
oh,
You're good. Okay.
So one thing I can say as a rebuttal for the whole net worth thing is that I wouldn't count off individually people that are in bands, like the singers versus the guitarists, because you have to take with rap it's just one person or one rapper, and with a band it's not necessarily the people in the band that are most popular, it's just the band altogether. So that's like saying if you were gonna count that together, you would have to take everybody in the band and their net worth and add it together to equal what a rapper would be. Does that make sense? So that's it.
Okay. All right, so you got 1 minute. Final conference with your partner. Anybody from the class that wants to help or contribute can go on up. So again, you're trying to give your closing statements. So why is your genre better? So think of anything you haven't brought up yet. Felicity and Drake, we still haven't addressed that whole thing about like rap contributes to suicide and negative things. Because there are also certain types of rock music that could, you know what I mean, just to like Oh, absolutely.
popular songs are
I can say something about this.
Who?
And then I will let her read everyone. So she said we can do her since it's 2 weeks. I think that's first.
that would also go there. So.
Yeah.
But some like he talks about like getting better. Yeah, making it out alive and all that kind of stuff with the songs.
They were like
Unapologetic.
really
all that kind of
obstinate
stuff.
with the stage design and the costume.
Yeah.
All right.
Bring up, like, how,
I'm gonna give them 30 more seconds.
That and that kind of influence today on the concerts.
Okay.
I don't know if we have time to bring a lot of stuff that we haven't.
Yeah.
I would try.
Okay. Just something to think about.
Thank you. Like, things that happen.
That makes sense. All right, you guys ready? All right, closing statements. Now there's 2 minutes for this one, Logan. All right.
The most popular songs on Pandora right now are Walk by Cardi B, The Box by Roddy Ricch, Laugh Now, Cry Later by Drake, Savage by Megan Thee Stallion, and Rockstar by DaBaby. And now why most rap songs are about like, they have a lot to do with like gang and like suicide and like all of that kind of thing. If you were to like, and then you have the rappers that talk about like making it out and like how they've grown from their problems and how they went from the bottom to the top, from nothing to now they're famous. So I feel like that part of the rap industry does have to do with a lot of not so good things, but the rappers that are like most popular are the ones that talk about how they went from the bottom to the top and all that kind of thing. And unsurprisingly, Drake still holds the top spot on Spotify with over 100 million in total earnings. So basically, we personally prefer rap over rock, and we don't know about you, but obviously we're gonna find out. So, thank you. Great.
Drake, did you have anything to add before the end? All right, closing statements from the opposition.
So I wanted to bring up a movie that some of you might have seen. It's a Netflix original movie. It's called The Dirt. It's Motley Crue. I don't know if you guys know that. So it came out in 2019, and it spurred increased consumption of the band's catalog, with streaming increasing by 669% and the band's record sales increasing by a staggering 2,000%. Statistics show that this massive growth was triggered by people 18 to 44, proving that the film ignited a new generation of Crue fans. So this is talking about how even though the band might be older and comes from like the 80s, which isn't like a super old band, they still, with like their movie coming out in 2019, which a lot of people were like super excited for because it took a long time to make this movie, it talks about how they also had a lot of new fans coming in because they were figuring out what like the older genre of music was. And so that's like 2,000%. That's a lot of their record sales increasing. That's a lot of money.
So also about what they were talking about rap being dominating the music industry in the modern day. Rock has always been evolving with the times and in favor amongst Americans. Rock was introduced in the 50s, where rap was introduced in the late 70s. But I want you guys to know that even though rock is really old music, many people still listen to it, and it has been on top for so many years.